गणानाहं त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमम् ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पदानशृण्वन्नोदिभिः सेदसादनम् ॐ श्रीमहागणपतये नमः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करं सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे श्रीगुरुपरम्पराम् ॐ श्रीशङ्कराचार्य स्वामिने नमः। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावतीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ. So we start today's class by just chanting few of the shlokas that we did in the last couple of days when we had classes, and then we'll go to the new class today. Okay, I think Radha Krishnaswamy Bahini is coordinating the class today, and I request her to call people who will come in turn and chant the shlokas displayed on the screen. Okay.
Namaste Mahodaya. Sheila Shinde Bhagini.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
भयाद्रणात् उपरतं मंसन्ते त्वां महारथाः येषां च त्वं बहुमतः भूत्वा यास्यसि लाघवम्.
Next.
Hariharan Mahodaya.
Hari Om sir.
Hari Om.
Avashavadam shabahun vadishyanti tavahitaha nintantasva samartyam tadho dukkataram nukim.
The first line, can you chant again?
Avashavadam shabahun vadishyanti tavahitaha
Tavahitaha.
Tavahitaha.
Next line.
Nintantasva samartyam
Nindantastava samartyam.
Nintantastava samartyam.
Samartyam. நம்ம சொல்லுவோம் தமிழ்ல சாமர்த்தியமா இருக்கான்னு சொல்லுவோம்.
Samartyam thado dukkataram nukim.
Correct. Once again, can you chant it?
Avashyavadamscha bahun vadishyanti tavahitaha nintantva samartyam tado dukkadaram nukim.
There is some mistake. I'll have one more person chanting these two lines, please.
Sharada Rajan Bhagini.
Avashyavadanscha bahun vadishyanti tavahitaha nindantastava samarthyam tato dukkatarannukim.
Good. Next.
Vijayalakshmi R Bhagini.
Namaste Mahodaya.
Namaste.
Ado va prapsyasi swargam jitva va bhokshyase mahim dasmaduddishta kaunteya yuddhaya krida nichayah.
Second line once again, please.
Dasmaduddishta kaunteya yuddhaya krida nichayah.
Tasmat. Tasmat means hence.
Tasmat.
Yeah, not the. It is ta.
Ta.
Tattam. Tambi. Yeah.
Tasmaduttishta kaunteya yuddhaya krida nichayah.
Okay. Next.
Beena Raja Bhagini.
Namaste Mahodaya.
Namaste.
Dukkha dukkhe same kritva labha labhau jaya jayau tato yuddhaya yujyasva naivam papam avapsyashi.
Next.
Anupama Bhatt Bhagini. Anupama Bhatt Bhagini. Srimati.
Mohoday. Anupama Bhatt.
Can you chant the shlokas displayed on the screen?
39, no?
Yeah, whatever is here, the 39 shloka.
Yesha te vihita sankhye buddhiryoge tvimam shruno buddhya yukto yayama partha karma bandham prahasyasi.
Yeah, next.
Bhanureka Bhagini.
नेहा विक्रमनाशोऽस्ति प्रत्यवायो न विद्यते स्वल्पमप्यस्य धर्मस्य त्रायते महतो भयात्.
Good. Next.
Srimati Bhagini.
Yes, Mahodaya. Namaste.
Namaste.
Vyavasayatmika buddhihi eke kurunandana bahushaka hyanantascha buddhayo vyavasayinam.
Yeah, we
Dhanyawad.
studied up to this shloka last week, last time when we had class. But I did not take the meanings of this particular shloka in detail. I'll take some 5 minutes for talking on the meaning of this shloka. So now what Lord tells Arjuna is, Vyavasayatmika buddhihi eka iha kurunandana. He says that you should have single pointed determination. Vyavasayatmika buddhi, determination of the mind. Ekaha kurunandana. Do that. That's what he is telling to Arjuna. What is the single pointed determination of the mind? See, when we say a child, you should have single pointed determination for studying. So we tell the child that you don't get distracted, study well. So when you are going to practice some cricket game, then they'll tell Rahul Dravid will tell his people, you have to focus like this. This is the single pointed devotion, single pointed. You have to put all these things, then only you'll be able to achieve yourself as a very good bowler or a very good batsman, etc. So that is when you are taking a task in hand, you ensure that you have got a single pointed determination and do not get distracted, because distractions will not allow you to go towards your lakshya. Lakshya is the goal. But what is the goal of human being? If you look at the goal of human beings, most of us will always think that I have to be well educated, I have to ensure that my children are well educated, they have to be successful, they have to earn a lot of money, they have to have this, they have to have that, we should have a good health. So we always think of ourselves in terms of living comfortably and happily and comparatively better than others. That is a normal tendency that all of us have. And I think all the people, most of us, we also are very dharmic only. I don't think we have got any kind of bad intention of robbing somebody and then trying to say that I am a wealthy man because I have robbed somebody. No, we want to earn in the dharmic way. We want to do things in a rightful way. But we are all limited in terms of what is that we want to accomplish in this life. We are limited. We want to have a secure life. We want to have a secure future. We want to take care of our children. We think only like that, and our life also ends. Even at the age of 70, 75, some of the grandparents, they think of the good welfare of the children. They think of the grandchildren. They continue to worry about that. They also want them to have the best of things. That is the way the entire life goes. But the Lord asks him, is this the purpose of life? We have got this human body, human mind complex. With this, the purpose is that you need to know that you are a Param Brahma, you are the Paramatma. So for that, if you have to now understand that I have got this body in this life. Anything that is coming in time will have to disappear in time. This body will go away in some time. And whatever I need to achieve in terms of my moksha, it is not moksha that when I die, I'll go to heaven. That's what Vedas, some of the Karma Kandas say. But we don't know whether you are going to have heaven. Where is heaven? What is heaven going to be? You don't know. Somebody says rebirth. We don't know what is going to be rebirth. Whether I'll be born as a human being or born as a frog, and I'll get myself taken to a lab, and then my legs are going to be put with a nail, and then they do a anatomy of me for the education of somebody. We don't know what is going to be the birth. We don't know anything of the future. So the only thing he says that when you have this body-mind complex, one thing that you can do is you can get moksha, you can get liberation right here. Ihaloke, you can get the moksha. So for that, you need to start looking at this life. I may have to have one determination that I want to get me moksha. Everything is samsara. Everything is samsara. Buying a house is samsara. Getting the children married is samsara. Looking for education is samsara. Getting a job is samsara. Getting promoted is samsara. Everything is samsara. Because the samsara will always demand something on you. But you are now at this body. Only with the human body, you will be able to achieve moksha. So, are you going to have that kind of a buddhi with which one single point of devotion, you try to become a person who will be able to achieve moksha? So, Vyavasayatmika buddhi eka iha kuru nandana, when he says that you may have to now start looking at a single pointed devotion, single pointed effort to know yourself, realization. Bahushaka hi anantascha. Buddhayo avyavasayina. There are a lot of other things. Bahushaka, there are a lot of things that is anantaha. There are different things that is going to be unending things that is going to demand your time. And you will be tossed. One day you say, I want to do this. Tomorrow you say, I want to go there. Third day you want to say, this is what I want. Every day you will have some kind of expectation. You just look at your life. Every day you might have got something that you are aspiring for, you are striving for. He says that your life will always toss you in terms of multiple things that you want to do. Maybe for power, maybe for money, maybe for pride, maybe for ego. All these things will toss you in life. But you should have a single pointed focus that I want to have moksha. I want to have liberation. This life has been given to me. I have to utilize this life and the limited time I have with this body in this world to achieve moksha. So that is what he says, that you have to have Vyavasayatmika buddhi. So when you say determination for a child is different, determination for people who are going to be vivekis like us, who know what is nitya and what is anitya. It is totally different. So he says that you don't get tossed with multiple things. Rather, you have a single pointed devotion, determination of trying to know Atma, knowing Atma is liberation, knowing that is moksha. So that is what he is now hinting. But now the question arises, then I have to go to Himalayas. Just though Sharat Savan was telling, go to Himalayas. Himalayas, everybody cannot go and become a sannyasi. And just because you wear a sannyasi robe, you are not going to become a sannyasi and you are not going to be liberated. So in this particular life, the life that we are all leading today, how are we going to change the attitude that we have so that we get liberated? We are able to go towards liberation is what is going to be talked now. There are primarily the God talks about two paths. One is Sankhya Yoga, where somebody only starts contemplating on the knowledge of the self. He wants to understand, contemplate, who am I? I know I am not the body, I am not the mind, I am not the buddhi. So who am I? Though these people, they sit in some Himalayas, have some bhikshu, they bhiksha vandan, they eat something, they don't have any expectation, they contemplate. So they are all sannyasis. But everybody cannot lead a sannyasi life. So we are all in the world. So we are all karma. We do karma from morning to evening. Then what is the attitude that we need to have for the karmas that we do is all going to be defined in Karma Yoga. And he is now laying the foundation in terms of Karma Yoga in these kinds of verses. And he says that you may have a single point of devotion for jnana. Okay. The other thing is that sannyasis, they do understand and get a self-knowledge through contemplation. And people who are not sannyasis like us, what we do is that we do karma with an attitude, and then we do an antakarna shuddhi. We are able to continuously clean up our mind. With the antakarna shuddhi, we also get the same knowledge. The knowledge that is got to be gained, whether you take a sannyasa route or a laukika like us, and then have a karma yoga attitude. At the end of the day, you prepare your mind, and what is to be gained is the same jnana. It is not that sannyasis will get some jnana and we are going to get some other jnana. It is not that we are going to be served in one plate and you are going to be served in banana leaf. No. What is going to be served for both of us is same. what is to be gained by sannyasi or a non-sannyasi is same. Only thing is that some people, most of us, we cannot take the sannyasa route. We need to take only the karma route, karma yoga route. So he's going to talk about karma yoga. Okay. So he's now laying foundation for that. I hope it's clear now, right?
Sharat Chavan Mahodaya.
You can talk. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yami mam pushpitam vacham.
Yamima pushpita vacham. Yamima pushpita vacham.
It's not push. Yami mam pushpitam vacham.
Yamimam pushpitam vacham.
Yes. Repeat it once.
Yamimam pushpitam vacham.
Yes. And when you have a kind of anuswara rule, when you have a tam and vacham, you say tha vacham. Instead of im, you say yuv. Yami mam pushpita vacham.
Yamimam pushpitam vacham. Yamimam pushpitam vacham.
Pravadanti.
Pravadanti. Pravadanti.
Avipaschitaha.
Avipaschitaha. Yamimam pushpitam.
No, hold on. Pravadanti avipaschitaha.
Pravadanti avipaschitaha.
Again.
Pravadanti avipaschitaha.
Oh, you don't stop there. Pravadanti avipaschitaha.
Pravadantya vipaschitaha. Pravadantya vipaschitaha.
Yami mam pushpita vacham. Pravadantya vipaschitaha.
Yamimam pushpitam vacham. Pravadantya vipaschitaha. Yamimam pushpitam vacham. Pravadantya vipaschitaha.
Good. Next.
Leena Mehul Bagini.
Yes.
Veda vadarata partha.
वेदवादरताः पार्थ वेदवादरताः पार्थ
Na anyad
न अन्यद
asti
अस्ति
nanyadasti
नान्यदस्ति
iti
ति
nanyadastiti
नान्यदस्तीति
vadinaha.
वादिनः
Veda vadarata partha nanyadastiti vadinaha.
वेदवादरताः पार्थ नान्यदस्तीति वादिनः वेदवादरताः पार्थ नान्यदस्तीति वादिनः.
Good. Next.
Shanti Badri Bagini.
Yes, sir.
Yami mam pushpita vacham pravadantya vipaschitaha.
Yami mam pushpita vacham pravadantya vibhashchitaha. Yami mam pushpita vacham pravadantya vibhashchitaha.
Next.
Dr. Sri Lakshmi Acha Bagini.
Namaste Mahodaya.
Veda vadarata पार्थ नान्यदस्तीति वादिनः
वेदवादरता पार्थ नान्यदस्तीति वादिनः वेदवादरता पार्थ नान्यदस्तीति वादिनः.
Good. Next.
Lakshmi BV Bhagini.
Yes, Bhagini.
यामिमां पुष्पिता वाचं प्रवदन्त्यविपश्चितः वेदवादरताः पार्थ नान्यदस्तीति वादिनः. Chant once slowly.
Yamimam pushpita vacham pravadantya vipaschitaha vedavadarata patha nanyadastiti vadinaha.
Good. Next.
Sai Lakshmi Bhagini.
Yes,
Sai Lakshmi.
Namaste, Mahod.
Namaste. Can you chant the 2 lines slowly once?
Okay, okay, Mahod. Yamimam pushpitam vacham pravadantya vipaschitaha vedavadarata parda nanyadastiti vadinaha.
Good. Next.
Kashmira Bhagini.
Yes,
2 lines slowly.
yes. यामिमां पुष्पितां वाचं प्रवदन्त्यविपश्चितः वेदवादरताः पार्थ नान्यदस्तीति वादिनः.
Good. Next.
Santi Bhagini.
यामिमां पुष्पिता वाचं प्रवदन्त्य विपश्चितः वेदवादरथा पार्थ नान्यदस्तीति वादिनः.
Okay. Next.
Lalita Ramachandran Bhagini.
Yes. यामिमां पुष्पिता वाचं प्रवदन्त्य विपश्चितः वेदवारथा पार्थ नान्यदस्तीति वादिनः.
Can you chant the second line, please?
वेदवारथा पार्थ.
वेदवादरताः पार्थ.
Yes. वेदवादरथा पार्थ नान्यदस्तीति वादिनः.
Good. One more person.
Krishna Pavani Bhagini, please.
Namaste, Mahodaya.
Namaste.
Yamimam pushpita vacham pravadantya vipaschitaha vedavadarata partha nanyadastiti vadinaha.
Good. Good. Next, one more person, please.
Raj Lakshmi.
Namaste, Mahodaya.
Namaste.
यामिमां पुष्पितां वाचं प्रवदन्त्य विपश्चितः वेदवादरताः पार्थ नान्यदस्तीति वादिनः.
Good. Very good. So we'll go to the next shloka. This shloka and next shloka will take the meanings together. Okay? They're all a continuous meaning. Next, please.
Rajeshwari Shivashankar Bhagini.
Namaste, sir.
Namaste. Kamatmana.
Kamatmana, Kamatmana,
Svargaparaha.
Swargaparaha, Swargaparaha,
Kamatmanas Svargaparaha.
Kamatmana Swargaparaha, Kamatmana Swargaparaha,
Janma karma palapradam.
जन्म कर्म फलप्रदां जन्म कर्म फलप्रदां
कामात्मानस्वर्गपराः जन्म कर्म फलप्रदाम्
कामात्मान स्व 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 स्व
स्वर्गपराः स्वर्गम्
कामात्मान स्वर्गपराः जन्म कर्म फलप्रदां कामात्मान स्वर्गपराः जन्म कर्म फलप्रदां.
Very good. Next.
शीला शिंदे भगिनी.
Yes, ma'am.
क्रिया विशेष बहुलाम
क्रिया विशेष बहुलाम क्रिया विशेष बहुलाम
भोगै
भोगै भोगै
ऐश्वर्य
भोगैश्वर्य
correct भोगैश्वर्य भोग ऐश्वर्य भोगैश्वर्य
भोगैश्वर्य भोग भोगैश्वर्य
गतिम
गतिम गतिम
भोगैश्वर्य गतिम प्रति
भोगैश्वर्य गतिम प्रति भोगैश्वर्य गतिम प्रति
क्रिया विशेष बहुलाम भोगैश्वर्य गतिम प्रति
क्रिया विशेष बहुलाम भोगैश्वर्य गतिम प्रति क्रिया विशेष बहुलाम भोगैश्वर्य गतिम प्रति.
Next.
हरिहरन महोदय.
हरि ओम सर.
हरि ओम. कामात्मानस्वर्गपराः जन्म कर्म फलप्रदाम्
कामात्मानस्वर्गपराः जन्म कर्म फलप्रदां कामात्मानस्वर्गपराः जन्म कर्म फलप्रदां.
Good. Next.
शारदा राजन भगिनी.
Same, sir.
क्रिया विशेष बहुलाम भोगैश्वर्य गतिम प्रति
क्रिया विशेष बहुलां भोगैश्वर्य गतिं प्रति क्रिया विशेष बहुलां भोगैश्वर्य गतिं प्रति.
बीना राजा भगिनी.
Yes, भगिनी.
कामात्मानस्वर्गपराः जन्म कर्म फलप्रदाम् क्रिया विशेष बहुलां भोगैश्वर्य गतिम प्रति
कामात्मानस्वर्गपराः जन्म कर्म फलप्रदां क्रिया विशेष बहुलां भोगैश्वर्य गतिं प्रति.
Next.
अनुपमा भट्ट भगिनी.
Chant the 2 lines slowly.
कामात्मानः स्वर्गपराः जन्म कर्म फलप्रदां क्रिया विशेष बहुलां भोगैश्वर्य गतिं प्रति.
Good. Next.
भानुरेखा भगिनी.
कामात्मानस्वर्गपराः जन्म कर्म फलप्रदां क्रिया विशेष बहुलां भोगैश्वर्य गतिं प्रति.
In the case of Sanskrit, there's no fa. It is pronounced as pa. Phalam. Janma karma phala pradam. Karma phalam. It's not karma phal. See, Hindi, I think they say is phal, but Sanskrit is phal. Phalam.
Janma
Tamil
karma
also we say
phala
palam. Tamil நம்ம palam, karma palam சொல்ற மாதிரி is palam. Okay.
Okay.
Repeat it again.
कामात्मानस्वर्गपरा जन्म कर्म फलप्रदां क्रियाविशेषबहुलां भोगैश्वर्यगतिं प्रति.
Very good. Next. Only thing is that you said Swarga Para, it is Swarga Paraha. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Next.
Srimati Bhagini.
Yes, Mahodaya. कामात्मानस्वर्गपराः जन्मकर्मफलप्रदां क्रियाविशेषबहुलां भोगैश्वर्यगतिं प्रति. Thank you, Mahodaya.
Next.
Sharat Chavan Mahodaya.
Shall I say that?
Yeah, both the
Kamatmana Swargaparaha Janma Karma Palapradam Kriya Vishesha Bahulaham Bhogeshwarya Gatim Prati.
Just Bahulam only, not Bahulaham. Bahulam.
Bahulam.
Okay, next.
Shanti Badri Bhagini.
Yes, sir. कामात्मानस्वर्गपराः जन्मकर्मफलप्रदां क्रियाविशेषबहुलां भोगैश्वर्यगतिं प्रति.
Good. One more person.
Lakshmi B.V. Bhagini.
Yes, madam. कामात्मानस्वर्गपराः जन्मकर्मफलप्रदां क्रियाविशेषबहुलां भोगैश्वर्यगतिं प्रति.
Good. One more person.
Santi Bhagini.
कामात्मानस्वर्गपराः जन्मकर्मफलप्रदां क्रियाविशेषबहुलां भोगैश्वर्यगतिं प्रति.
One more person.
Lalita Ramachandran Bhagini.
कामात्मानस्वर्गपराः जन्मकर्मफलप्रदां क्रियाविशेषबहुलां भोगैश्वर्यगतिं प्रति.
Okay, good. So we'll go to the meaning of these two slokas. The first one was Yamima Pushpitam Vacham Pravadanti Avipashchitaha Veda Vadarataha Partha Na Anyad Asti Iti Vadinaha. Now it talks, this particular verse, no, it also very clearly talks about how all of us are tuned to. If you look at that way, most of us, I will not say all of us, most of us are tuned to that I have to do this ritual, I have to do the other ritual. So we're all ritual oriented. We say that we'll do this puja with something in the mind. When you do a puja, we do a sankalpa. Oma Pakta, Samasta, Duda Kshetvara, Shri Paramasvityattam, Shauchasmata, Vihita, Ella Solita Kapram, Aishwarya Abhivrityam, Ayurarokyam Abhivrityattam, Dhanadanya Abhivrityam. So we all ask for, we want this, we want that, we want this, we want that. We have that kind of sankalpa only we do every time. We always want something. When you go to temple, I don't think that 99% of the people will not go to temple without any application. They'll have some application in the mind. I may be wrong, but you can just think about it. Everybody goes to temple with a application, and we want the application to be presented to God in the mental form, and you are asking for something in return. So you say, I'm going to 108 times, I'm going to do a production. I'll do every day Vishnu Sahasranamam for next 11 days for this. I'll do Lalalita Sahasranamam for so things. I'll do every Friday, I'll make Modakam and then offer it to Lakshmi. So we have so many things that we do because all these things are told in Vedas. You do those things, you'll get Aishwarya. You do those things, your obstacles will be removed. You do these things, your son will get married. You do these things, then your child will be born in the family. So we are all oriented towards doing karma. The Karma Kanda of Veda primarily talks about various kinds of rituals that one can perform with an end in mind. What is the end in mind? I want to get something. That is the end in mind. I don't know whether all of you are agreeing with me or not, but that is the real fact of most of us. We follow the karma, do the karma primarily with some objective in mind. We want something to happen in the family, something not to happen in the family, something to get rectified in the family. So we do the karma as told by the various scriptures. So what is happening is that God is slightly pulling up these kinds of people. Lord Krishna tells that these people are all doing karma, but they are all not karma yogis because they are continuously asking for something. So Veda Vada Rataha means there are a lot of people who claim to be very much knowledgeable in terms of Veda, and then they say, you have got this problem, don't worry, I'll come and do this homa in your house, this will be rectified. And then they eulogize, they praise those kinds of things. You see, I went there, I did this one, and then their son was able to get so and so thing, this thing happened, that thing happened. So they are continuously happy in telling that by doing these kinds of karmas, these kinds of things can be achieved, and they only start focusing in doing karma primarily with the end. With the end is always in the mind, and with that they do the karma. So he talks about people who are eulogizing karma portion of the Veda, where they only get Veda Vada Rataha. They are able to get happy with discussing on these kinds of things. They feel that they know everything in Vedas. They start talking, and then they are so happy in communicating to everybody that you do that you do this. And Pushpitam Vacham, they also talk to you and sell it to you in a very beautiful words, flowery words. Pushpitam Vacham is flowery words they tell you. Then you do this, that will happen. You do that, that will happen. I'm sure that it will happen to most of you, if not to all of you. It will happen. So he says that these people are all only looking at what is given in the Karma Kanda of the Vedas, where they are aspiring for certain things to be enjoyed in this world. Maybe power, maybe money, maybe marriage, maybe children, maybe house, maybe something for having artha kama. They have got desire and they want to fulfill the desire. Okay, you all think about it. So there are people who are only going to be this, and then they also argue na anyad asti. They also say that beyond this there's nothing. We have been born, we all have to enjoy. We have to pray God. We do all these things, they get this, and then they do an argument of the Vadinaha. Na anyad asti iti Vadinaha Veda Vadarata. They talk about Veda in the only from Karma Kanda perspective, and then they are all very, very happy about it, and they use flowery words, Pushpitam Vacham, and Pravadanti Avipaschitaha. He says that these people have really not seen that. They do not know what they are aspiring. Paschita is seeing. Avipaschitaha means they do not see what they have to aspire in life. So now I am sure that you all will be able to connect to what I am talking about. He says that asking for all those things that is going to bind you in samsara is not going to help you in getting out of this samsara of life. Samsara of life will always bring in sukha, dukkha, jaya, labho, all those things are going to come, and that is not going to help you in terms of getting moksha. So there are people, Veda, Vada, Rataha, those people are going to enjoy in talking about the Vedas. They are learned people. They have learned Vedas, no doubt about it. They got so much understanding of Vedas. But they stop at Karma Kanda, they have not gone to Vedanta. And we talk about Upanishads are Vedanta, Bhagavad Gita is Vedanta, it's a Moksha Shastra. It is only trying to tell you how to liberate yourself. So he is indirectly pulling up all these people who are ritual oriented for getting gains either in this life or in the next life. So he's talking about those people. They are only very good in arguments, and they talk about that. Then Kama Atmanaha. What is that? They are driven by desire. The body, Atmanam in this particular case is primarily body-mind complex. It is not the real Atma here in this particular context. Kama means drive. There's a desire which drives you. And what is the desire? Sometimes they also think of Swarga. I'll do all these things, I'll go to Swarga. I'm doing all these kinds of dana. I have done so much of charity to this temple. I have done so much of Lakshachana. I am going to Swarga. Where is Swarga? We don't know. We all believe there is a Swarga. Yes. But they're all only driven by, I will have to go to Swarga. But how long you can be in Swarga? It's a permanent visa to go to Swarga. It is only H1B. When the H1B expires, you have to come back. So Swarga is like that. And you don't know where Swarga is. At least H1B, you know America, you have to go. Swarga, nobody knows. We all think that there is a Swargam. Then they also think of Janma, Karma, Phala. By doing all these things, I may get a better birth next year. This year I was born in India. Next time I have to be born only in America because America has got a lot of money. So we all feel that I have to be born like that. But you have no control whether where you are going to be born, what you are going to be born, whether you will be going to be born as a human being or you are going to become a dog in Trump's house and living a royal life, but in Trump's house as a dog. We don't know what is the kind of life we are going to lead. So they are all thinking only of Swargam. They are going to think of next birth I am going to get it. And then they do Kriya, Vishesha, Bahulam. They do lot of karmas. Vishesha, Bahulam, special rituals they do. For what? Bhoga, for enjoyment. Aishwaryam. Aishwaryam is power. I want to have this power. I want to be the boss of this company. I have to become CEO of the company. I have to become so-and-so. So we are all driven by Bhoga, Aishwaryam. We do Kriya, Vishesham, different types of Bahulam. We do lot of kinds of rituals, thinking that we'll get a Swarga, we'll have a different kind of a birth, and then we continue to do all those kinds of things. So he's pulling up everybody in this particular shloka. I hope all of you got the meaning of what I'm trying to tell, right? Are you able to get it?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, so he says that you have to now, don't think of karma. You need to start now looking at karma yoga. Whatever is being talked now is karma. Okay, so he's now talking about karma. People are only bothered about doing karma for something or other, right? He further goes. Next, please.
Dr. Sri Lakshmi HR, please.
Yes, namaste.
Namaste.
Bhagini.
Bhoga Aishwarya.
Bhoga Aishwarya. Bhoga Aishwarya.
Bhogaishwarya.
Bhogaishwarya. Bhogaishwarya.
Prasaktanam.
Prasaktanam. Prasaktanam.
Bhogaishwarya Prasaktanam.
Bhogaishwarya Prasaktanam. Bhogaishwarya Prasaktanam. Taya
Apahruta.
Apahruta.
Taya Apahruta.
Taya Apahruta.
Chetasam.
Chetasam.
Taya Apahruta Chetasam.
Taya Pahrutyate Chetasam. Taya Pahruta Chetasam.
Bhogaishwarya Prasaktanam. Taya Pahruta Chetasam.
Bhogaishwarya Prasaktanam. Taya Pahruta Chetasam. Bhogaishwarya Prasaktanam. Taya Pahruta Chetasam.
Next.
Sai Lakshmi Bhagini.
Namaste.
Namaste. Vyavasayatmika buddhihi.
Vyavasayatmika buddhihi. Vyavasayatmika buddhihi.
Samadau na vidhiyate.
Samadhau na vidhiyate. Samadhau na vidhiyate.
Vyavasayatmika buddhihi. Samadhau na vidhiyate.
Vyavasayatmika buddhihi. Samadhau na vidhiyate. Vyavasayatmika buddhihi. Samadhau na vidhiyate.
Very good. Next.
Rina Mehul Bhagini.
भोगैश्वर्य प्रसक्तानां तयापहृतचेतसाम्
भोगैश्वर्यप्रसक्तानां दयापहृतचेतसाम् भोगैश्वर्यप्रसक्तानां दयापहृतचेतसाम्.
Next.
Kashmira Bhagini.
Yes, sir.
व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धिः समाधौ न विधीयते
व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धिः समाधौ न विधीयते व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धिः समाधौ न विधीयते.
Very good. Next.
Krishna Pavani Bhagini.
Namaste Maharya.
Namaste. Bhogaiश्वर्य प्रसक्तानां तयापहृतचेतसां व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धिः समाधौ न विधीयते. Once.
भोगैश्वर्य प्रसक्तानां तयापहृतचेतसां व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धिः समाधौ न विधीयते.
Good. Next.
Rajalakshmi Bhagini.
The two lines slowly once.
भोगैश्वर्य प्रसक्तानां तयापहृतचेतसां व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धिः समाधौ न विधीयते.
Next.
Vijayalakshmi R Bhagini.
Two lines together once.
Namaste Mahodaya.
Namaste.
भोगैश्वर्यप्रसक्तानां तयापहृतचेतसां व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धिः समाधौ न विधीयते.
Good. Next.
Sheila Shinde Bhagini.
Yes, ma'am. भोगैश्वर्यप्रसक्तानां तयापहृतचेतसां व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धिः समाधौ न विधीयते.
What next?
Rajeshwari Shivashankar Bhagini.
भोगैश्वर्य प्रसक्तानां तयापहृतचेतसां व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धिः समाधौ न विधीयते.
Good. One more person, please.
Hariharan Mahodaya.
Hari Om sir.
Hari Om.
भोगैश्वर्य प्रसक्तानां तयापहृतचेतसां व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धिः समाधौ न विधीयते.
Good. So now we go to the meaning of this shloka. Bhoga Aishwarya Prasaktanam. So if you look at most of us, we are all looking for bhoga. Bhoga is what? Enjoyment. Enjoyment means, I'm not telling illegal enjoyment. No. Within the dharma, dharmic enjoyment, only we are driven. I want to have that in a dharmic way, and I want to have the pleasure out of it. I want to buy from 55-inch TV, I want to buy a 65-inch TV. Instead of 4K, I want to go to 8K. Bhoga. I want to enjoy that. I want to go and have Chinese food tomorrow. So that is bhoga. So all of us, if you look at that way, all of us, we are driven by pleasure, right? And Aishwarya. Aishwarya means you can say power. We are all power mongering. Everybody wants to have some kind of say in everything. Okay, we do not want to be overlorded by somebody. So we want to be the overlord of everybody. So if you look at that way, if you really analyze ourselves, we all have inner tendencies for pleasure in multiple things, either material things or sense. That is any of the 5 senses needs to be satisfied. Either you want to see something, I want to go on a Caribbean cruise, I want to see something new places, I want to eat some fantastic food, I want to, no, if you look at the 5 senses, I want to hear some good music. No. So if you are continuously driven by something that is going to satisfy the 5 senses, and we also want to have overlordship of everything, Aishwaryam. And then our body mind complex, or rather mind, is continuously kidnapped with this kind of feeling. Apahrutaha chetasam. Our minds, our actions, everything has been kidnapped, hijacked by this kind of thought only always. Taya apahruta chetasam. You have been kidnapped, you have been hijacked only for enjoying and getting power. If you have that kind of a mind, what is that we are talking about? Karma yoga, in karma yoga or jnana yoga, the knowledge that needs to be gained is same. In the case of karma yoga, antakarana shuddhi is required for gaining that knowledge. For antakarana shuddhi, when you want to have the right kind of mind, if the mind is not to be in your control and it is going to be continuously bhoga aishwarya, it is driving your mind, you are hijacked by it, then your antakarana can never become cleansed. It cannot be in a position to be ready for the jnana or knowledge. Then what happens? Vyavasayatmika buddhihi samadho na vidiyate. It is not possible for such kind of people to have vyavasayatmika buddhihi, the determined buddhi, to achieve moksha in this lifetime. Because we are all driven by passion and power, and our mind is always thinking about it. Because when you go to sleep, you think about it. When you get up, you think about it. Bhoga aishwarya prasaktanam taya apaharta chetasam vyavasayatmika buddhi na vidiyate. It is not possible to get. So that is what the Lord says, that you need to have a mastery over your mind. If you don't have a mastery over your mind, and if you're not able to have a mastery over your senses, and you're going to be tossed by the bhoga aishwaryam, and if you feel that my birth in this world is only to enjoy, tomorrow I may be there, kal ho na ho, I have to enjoy today and go. So that is the attitude. Then we waste our lives in not trying to get into the moksha. That is what he is now telling, that bhoga aishwarya prasaktanam taya apahrata chetasam vyavasayatmika buddhihi na vidiyate samadho. For the mind, it is not possible to have na vidiyate, not possible to get vyavasaya atmika buddhihi, that determined mind to go for moksha. So I think these 3 shlokas are, he is talking about yamima pushpitam vacham pravadanti apavishyatah vedavada rata partha na anyad asti idi vadinah. He talks about all the people who are praising karma and karma kanda, doing various kind of rituals for getting something in return. And then we are driven by kama atmanaha sparga paraha, even the desire for getting into heaven or getting into a different, better life, janma karma palam, kriya vishesha bhala. We do lot of things and we are only driven by bhoga aishwaryam gatim prati, right? And then bhoga aishwarya prasaktanam taya apahada chetasam vyavasayatmika buddhihi na vidiyate samadho. So the mind is not possible to get that kind of buddhi. So he is now trying to harp on, don't get into those kinds of rituals. Do those rituals. He's not saying don't do that, but you be very clear of what is that you are aspiring to. You are wanting for a moksha, or you are wanting for something that is going to take care of your bhoga and aishwarya. You decide and then determine what is that you want to do in your life in terms of utilizing this lifetime for getting liberated or not liberated is in your hand. So you may have to ensure that your apahruta chetasam, your mind should not be kidnapped, hijacked by something. Otherwise, it will be kidnapped by bhoga and aishwarya. So that is what the God is talking about now to Arjuna. Okay, so I think we'll stop with this and then we'll continue in the next class. If at all you have any kind of questions or discussions, we can have for the next 5 minutes before we close. Is it okay, or is slightly becoming
No, it is fine, sir.
It is fine.
Sir,
இப்போ டே டு டே வாழ்க்கையில நம்ம வாழணும். அதுக்காக தானே நம்ம இந்த ரிச்சுவல்ஸ் எல்லாமே பண்றோம்.